Talk about a team that is one of the nicest stories in a long time. It's always fun when you see a team that for years and years and years has been horrible. Then they come roaring up. The city of St. Louis has never seen a playoff game in football. Not with the Cardinals, certainly not with the Rams. But the St. Louis Rams, home today against Cleveland, have certainly risen from the ashes. And the expansion Browns, you know, they have yet to win a game. That day will come. But against the 5-0 Rams, Marshall Faulk. Now, he spent the night in the St. Louis hospital with food poisoning, but then all of a sudden, here he is. Kurt Warner to Faulk for 8. Draw play to Faulk for 11 yards. So no problem here, and they figure they spoon some more of Faulk out, and it's 9 more yards. And then, Tom, why does this work only for NFC teams?
I don't know.
Shovel pass. 13 yards down to the 1. On the next play, figure we use Marshall Faulk. No, it's a decoy, and Kurt Warner, touchdown pass number 16. Roland Williams, touchdown, 7-0 Rams.
Yeah, and you take a look at Marquez Pope here at the top of the screen. Now, here he has to get the run-pass read. By the time he realizes it's a pass, Williams is already behind him and into the corner of the end zone.
On the Rams kickoff, Ronnie Powell will try to move it for Cleveland, but it's a fumble. And Charlie Clemens, the big man, Clarence Clemens, but Charlie Clemens has it for the Rams. Blowing the sacks. Warner to the Reverend Isaac Bruce. We've seen this before. 4-yard touchdown, 14-0. The Rams, 8 TDs this year to Isaac Bruce. 14-3 in the second. Warner to Roland Williams. Roland, the headless Thompson gunner. 21-3 St. Louis.
Yeah, the guys on the outside and inside. Raheem Abdullah, you got a guy running a pattern right at the line of scrimmage. You have a second-level guy running at the back of the end zone. The defense has to play an in-and-out coverage, and right there they miss it.
Well, Marshall Faulk head to the locker room at halftime for an IV, but he comes back. Meanwhile, last couple of seconds of the first half, Tim Couch. Couch is going to score to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and Couch trips over the ottoman. Big Dick Van Dyke play. He almost made a great play, but he's knocked out just before half, so it's 21-3. What about Orlando?
And talk about folding the defensive line. Look at Orlando Pace pin 3 Browns right there.
Faulk back. After the shot at halftime. Look at the whoop with the move and the whoop. He bounces outside. 33-yard touchdown. My goodness, this guy had food poisoning. Dropped the Chalupa. The Rams win 34-3. 133 yards for Faulk rushing. 200 when they add in his receiving yards. The Browns are still waiting, but this was not a game with the way the St. Louis Rams have been a juggernaut, Tommy, that Cleveland was going to come back and win. That's for sure. And you know what impresses us about the Rams so much? Offense, defense, and special teams, although they've lost their kick returner Horn for 4 weeks. Ba-boom, they have some big plays.
All 3 areas of the football team complementing each other very well. And you look at today, it was typical for the St. Louis Rams. The first 3 drives, they have the football. Kurt Warner takes them into the end zone. They get touchdowns. So all of a sudden, up 21, up 14, up 17, what have you. Suddenly the defense can play from a perspective now of getting after the other football team. So, yeah, it's a whole team concept, and I think that Coach Vermeil has done a great job of it.
We talked to him at halftime of our thrilling game on Thursday night that involved the Baltimore Ravens. The Chiefs played okay. And Dick said, you know, we just have speed on both sides of the ball, and that will present a lot of big-time plays we're seeing with St. Louis. Now, they're at Tennessee next week, and who would have thought that's the preview to the Super Bowl, huh? On Halloween, St. Louis at Tennessee. Yeah, they got Carolina twice. They got New Orleans twice. They got home games with the Giants in Chicago. This doesn't look like it's loaded with minefields. Meanwhile, as we go inside the numbers, I know, we're just putting these up here. Dan Marino's record-setting year in 1984 with the 48 touchdown passes and 5,084 yards. Kurt Warner is still ahead of Marino's pace, and we're over a third of the way through the season.